tonight on DC News Now at 10.
Hi, everyone. I'm tracking a very clear and quiet weekend forecast coming up.
3 people shot in District Heights, Maryland, including a teenager.
That was a 14-year-old girl, and she didn't deserve this. And in a blink of an eye, her life has been transformed forever.
The frustration over today's gun violence as police search for the shooter. And the controversy growing around rapper Diddy reaches the district.
Howard should just cut ties with P. Diddy.
I don't think that anyone that has that kind of background should still be able to hold a degree that has such a high honor.
What Howard students are telling us about his connection to the university and what they want to see done.
If you're not going to buckle up for yourself and your own safety, then think about your loved ones.
New data is showing Virginia has the worst rate of people buckling up in the nation.
All of those systems, though, are working off of the very basic idea that you have your seatbelt on.
We are taking a closer look at the dangers on Virginia's roads and some possible solutions.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us tonight for DC News Now at 10 on DCW 50. I'm Chris Flanagan. We start tonight at 10, a live look outside on this Friday night, the last night of May. A live look here at Reagan National Airport. This is from our rooftop camera here on Wisconsin Avenue in the Georgetown area of DC. Just a beautiful night out there. We're hoping this beautiful weather continues. Let's check in now with Chief Meteorologist Janessa Webb. And Janessa, really looking at a fantastic start to June.
Yeah, for us meteorologists, summer actually begins for tomorrow, and so we're excited for that. The real equinox not until June 20th this year, so we do have a couple more weeks for everyone else to really enjoy the rest of the spring season. High pressure is taking over right now, and so we're going to continue to watch pretty gorgeous conditions. Live look out to the radar and that current condition. Exactly matching here. No cloud coverage and a lot of clearing that is going to continue to take place up and down the East Coast. Not much happening weather-wise. You just have a little bit of cooler air that's making its way back in. There's a difference tonight, though. There's no frost concerns either, so it is a little bit warmer from Kaiser to Cumberland. Right now, 64 out towards the Mountain State region, 70 for D.C. The farther you go to Prince George's County, upper 60s. So really mostly clear for tonight. This sets the tone for tomorrow morning as well, as we are going to continue to be under mostly sunny skies. I have your weekend forecast, Chris, coming up.
Okay, we'll see you then. Janessa, thanks. Developing tonight at 10. A gas leak investigation forcing hundreds of people dining out in Bethesda to evacuate. It happened at Norfolk Avenue and Cordell Avenue. Montgomery County fire officials saying about 300 people had to evacuate, but the scene has now cleared. That evacuation is over. Well, Prince George's County police are also investigating a triple shooting in District Heights. One of the victims, a teenage girl. It happened at an apartment complex on Atwood Street. That's where DC News Now's Daniel Hamburg has been since the afternoon. And Daniel, police are still looking for the shooter or shooters.
Detectives are going through surveillance video right now, but have not released any videos or photos of a potential vehicle or potential suspects in this case. Earlier this afternoon, there were bullets scattered across this road, and you can see right there this truck still sitting here showing some of the damage done. District Heights police were called to the Woodland Springs apartment complex around 1:50 Friday afternoon. 30 evidence markers strewn across Atwood Street where shell casings were found.
It tugs at my heartstrings that, our citizens here can't walk freely without the threat of violence. We work very hard to try to keep our community safe from incidents like that.
A man on the street was shot, and 200 feet from where shots were fired, a woman and a 14-year-old girl who are unrelated were shot inside an apartment, the bullet piercing a window.
That was a 14-year-old girl, and she didn't deserve this, and in a blink of an eye, her life has been transformed forever.
It's not clear who the intended target or targets were. District Heights Police Chief Ronald Tarpley says they're investigating whether the shots came from a vehicle.
To be so brazen to have a gunshot so early in the day, it actually really angers me to see this type of behavior from individuals.
Mayor Cynthia Miller says it's unfortunate this happened a day before District Heights Day.
But it's a day where we celebrate the years of being here in an incorporated city, and we want to uplift our citizens.
Vice Mayor Xander Harcourt has this message for those responsible.
You have brought terror to our community. but we're still going to celebrate our district heights tomorrow.
At last check, the 14-year-old girl and man were taken to the hospital in life-threatening condition. The woman in serious but non-life-threatening condition. In District Heights, Daniel Hamburg, DC News Now.
Well, also in Prince George's County, police and community members are stepping up their efforts to get justice for a man killed in a hit-and-run crash. The reward for information leading to an arrest has now increased to more than $12,000. Prince George's County Police holding a news conference here today to get the word out. They say the crash happened in March when 48-year-old Carlos Barrett Sr. was killed near Branch Avenue and the Suitland Parkway overpass in Temple Hills. Barrett's daughter joining police, sharing a poem.
My heart aches as I age. The age of wonder has ended and a new chapter is beginning. I wonder if his shadow will pay me a visit.
Well, certainly some powerful words there from the daughter of Carlos Barrett Sr. Police are asking anyone with information, call Prince George's County Police. Well, developing tonight, Howard University is under mounting pressure to cut ties with former student and rapper Sean Diddy Combs. The star is facing multiple rape allegations, along with disturbing video surfacing that shows him beating his girlfriend. And this week, a new article claims Diddy assaulted another ex while a student at the HBCU. Our Mariel Carbone is following the fallout for us tonight.
In the nearly 4 decades since his time at Howard University, rapper Sean Diddy Combs rose to fame, becoming an iconic alum despite dropping out. In 2014, the university gave him an honorary doctorate degree, and in 2023, Diddy donated $1 million to Howard. And then the feds raided his home in March amid accusations of sex abuse. In mid-May, a 2016 video surfaced of Diddy assaulting ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura. And now, a new article claiming abuse while at Howard.
I personally think any man that puts his hands on a woman is not a man.
Justin Fields is a recent grad of the university. He believes Howard should rescind Diddy's honorary degree.
100%.
It's a growing feeling, with people taking to social media, calling on Howard to do so.
I think in terms of an honorary degree, us as students aren't getting any intrinsic value from that.
According to an article published by Rolling Stone on Wednesday, witnesses saw Diddy assault a woman outside the Harriet Tubman Quadrangle dorms while a student in the late 80s. It states Combs allegedly screamed in a belligerent manner for the young woman to come outside and began hitting her with what appeared to be a belt when she emerged.
Seeing what happened is extremely disappointing.
Juniors Ariana Selden and Kennedy Rushing say the accusations are disturbing.
We should just cut ties with him, make sure he doesn't come back on campus, because I just don't want any other students feeling unsafe.
I feel like the conversation shouldn't be around the honorary degree. I think it should be towards the justice that Cassie receives.
As that conversation continues, Selden says to keep this in mind.
People online, you might view them as your idols, but you just remember at the end of the day that they are people. You got to be careful with who you support.
And that was our Mariel Carbone reporting for us tonight. We did reach out to attorneys who represent Combs, but have not heard back. Now, he has apologized on camera for that alleged attack on Cassie Ventura. The university is paying close attention to the allegations. A source telling DC News Now they are reviewing the matter. Well, happening tomorrow, Metro is closing 5 Red Line stations for the summer. The Glenmont, Wheaton, Forest Glen, Silver Spring, and Tacoma Park stations are all closing. Tacoma Park will reopen June 30th. The other 4 won't reopen until September 1st. The closures are to help Maryland build its Purple Line project, but also Metro will be doing additional maintenance and repairs during this time. We will have more on the closures and the impact coming up at 10:30. Well, new at 10 tonight, a concerning new report from the National Highway Traffic and Safety Administration. While nationwide seatbelt use has risen in recent years to nearly 92%, Virginia's seatbelt use is falling. In 2022, just 75% of people in the Commonwealth were buckling up. That is lowest in the nation. Safety advocates telling us it's startling.
We have not been historically lower than everybody else, but I think the numbers here are pretty shocking and concerning for us in Virginia.
I think a lot of people are wondering, what caused that, why people are being more risky on the roadways. And it's not just with seatbelts, they're speeding more, they're more distracted.
But the numbers are just the tip of the iceberg. According to Virginia's DMV, 54% of people killed in crashes last year in the state were not wearing a seatbelt. That is only slightly down from 56% in 2022. Kristen Pettaway is the executive director of Drive Smart Virginia, a traffic safety nonprofit. She tells us it doesn't matter how good of a driver you are, there are simply too many unknown variables to risk not buckling up.
You do not know about the person next to you or in front of you or behind you. You don't know if they're distracted. You don't know if they're drunk. You don't know how fast they're driving.
Virginia is also one of just 16 states without a primary seatbelt law. That means you cannot be pulled over for not wearing your seatbelt. An officer has to pull you over for something else before giving you a citation. According to Drive Smart Virginia and the new NHTSA report, states without that primary law see lower rates of seatbelt use. Now, regardless of any legal consequence, officials say seatbelts serve to protect you from major injuries from crashes, even when the airbags deploy.
So when those airbags trigger, when you have a front-end collision, that airbag is hoping that that seatbelt is grabbing you along with the airbag pushing back on you. If you don't have that seatbelt on, you could already be moving forward as that airbag is starting to inflate very, very quickly, which can actually cause injuries if you're leaning into it.
And safety officials say the most common group not wearing seatbelts are teens, men, and people driving pickup trucks. Officials also remind us that when we get on the road, there are people relying on us to get home safely, and we owe it to them to take the steps to be safe, including buckling up. Well, right now, Tesla is recalling more than 125,000 vehicles to fix a seatbelt warning system. The NHTSA says the recall includes certain 2012 through 24 Model S cars, 2015 through 24 Model X, and 2017 through 23 Model 3, and 2020 through 23 Model Y vehicles. The warning system failure could increase the risk of an injury in a collision. Tesla plans to provide a software update next month to fix this issue. And the Maryland State Highway Administration is reminding drivers that starting tomorrow, fines for speeding in a work zone will double. So the fine will now be $80. To avoid fines, pay attention, slow down, of course, and move over.